Hi, welcome to the first episode of Vegan in the Valley. This is a brainchild of mine that I've been thinking about and trying to get to happen for a while now, and this is the first episode. Now, Vegan in the Valley is going to be a mini sort of web series on this channel, and it's going to be highlighting some of the restaurants in the Lehigh Valley, as well as going over some tips and tricks and trades on how to be vegan in the suburbs. Now, this first episode is one that I'm really excited about because it is about a brand new vegan restaurant that just opened up in the Lehigh Valley. The restaurant is called Veg Out, and it's basically a permanent pop-up shop inside of another restaurant. They have all kinds of comfort foods like Reubens and Philly cheesesteaks, as well as their own homemade desserts and chips, which are phenomenal. In this episode, I sat down with Mary, the owner of Veg Out, and talked with her a little bit about how she became a vegan, why she wanted to open up a restaurant, and just a little bit more about her. One of my main goals with this channel is to get you, the viewer, a little bit more comfortable with the local vegan restaurant owners in the area. I think the only way to really build a community around food is to get consumer and creator familiar with each other. And I always like getting to know the people who make my food, so I'm hoping that maybe some other people want to get to know the people that make their food as well. I'm just rambling on right now, but if you like this video, please let me know in the comments. Let me know what I could do differently, what I could do better. They're not all going to be like this. This one is just a sit-down interview with Mary. Some of them will be trying out food, some of them will be trying out recipes, a whole bunch of different ideas that I have. But here's the first one, so meet Mary. Hey. Okay, hello, hi, Mary, how are you? I guess I'll start first question. How long have you been vegan? How long have you been cooking? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I've been vegetarian since I was 8 years old. I'm 32.
Okay.
So for a very long time. And then the last 8 of those I've been vegan.
Okay.
And I've been cooking since I was probably around that age.
Okay. Oh, cooking always just has been a thing in your life.
I'm Italian, so
okay,
it's just like in our blood.
Yeah.
Along with that, like we don't know how to cook for small amounts of people. Like
yes.
If 2 people are coming, my mom knows how to cook for like an army.
There's only 7 trays of lasagna for every Thanksgiving dinner. That was my Thanksgiving. So, real quick, why are you vegan? Is it for the animal? You said you're vegan since 8. Is it your parents instilled it in you, or is it just like?
It was something when I was younger and I used to eat meat. I always knew there was something wrong with it. It just inherently felt wrong. Like the taste, the texture, the certain smells, like cooking it, like when people would have like hamburgers and there'd be like blood in the tray, I was always grossed out by that. And then one day my sister, she had gone vegetarian and I was like, I don't like this, I don't like that. And she's like, why don't you like it? And I was like, I don't like the taste, like something just feels wrong. And this was a conversation. Yeah. She was 16, I was 8.
And as you're a kid, you probably don't even know that vegetarian is a thing. You don't know what it is.
I didn't know what it was. So she was like, why don't you eat meat? And I was like, I don't like it, like something's wrong. And she was like, you know it's animals, right? And I was like, no. Yeah. And then she kind of like went into detail about hot dogs and burgers and like related that to like the animals themselves, and that made me feel super uncomfortable. And I was like, I don't eat animals. I was like, I don't eat them anymore. And she's like, you're vegetarian then? And I was like, okay, I'm vegetarian.
That's what I am. Yeah. So originally for you it was the taste, and then as you looked into it more, you're like, oh, animals.
Yeah. Okay. So it was. I didn't know I was vegetarian for the taste and the textures, and then when my sister made it aware that I was eating animals, I was like, I don't eat animals anymore. Yeah. And then 8 years ago I went vegan because I was one of those people that was like, I love cheese, like, and I didn't do too much research about it, and I was like, but they don't, you know, kill the cows.
I think every vegan before they go vegan has the same mindset of just like, I'm vegetarian and like they don't kill the cows, so cheese is okay. And then you look into more.
And then I'm like, oh my God, these poor dairy cows are tortured even more than the ones that are being like slaughtered for beef. So I was like, I can't do this anymore. I was like, I love animals. I got way involved in animal rights, and I was like, I'm done. I'm vegan. Yeah.
Well, how did you decide that you wanted to make a restaurant? You've been cooking for forever. You worked in restaurants. You work here.
Yes, I've been in the service industry since I was like 14 years old. I started working at like the Kiffle Kitchen, which was local. I don't even know if I was supposed to be working at the age of 14, but I was. I then started being like a receptionist in a restaurant. I worked my way up from that to like running food, being a server, being a bartender. So for over 17 years, this has just been my like home away from home. Yeah. And then when I went to being vegan, started having to get like a little bit more creative because I didn't want to feel like I was sacrificing anything. Right.
That's the biggest thing. You can't make a meal and just remove the parts and it's a vegan meal because it doesn't taste like a meal. You have to like add in. You have to supplement with something else.
Right. And I'm a picky eater, so there's a lot of things that I choose not to eat that have nothing to do with animals.
Yeah, you just don't.
So I was like, okay, I need to start reintroducing things. Like I need to like broaden like the horizons on like my like meal spectrum. So when I went vegan, I was like, this needs to be changed. Like I need to figure this out. I need to start mastering these things because I did feel like I was sacrificing, and I didn't want to do that because it was never an option to go back to eating cheese. So I was just like, I need to figure something out.
You have to make it work somehow.
I got to make it work. So then I started to get really creative with things, and that's when I started cooking, and people would always say to me like, what do you eat, just lettuce? And then I'd be like, come to my house, I'll cook for you.
I'll show you
what I eat. And non-vegans and vegans and vegetarians were like, this is amazing, like this is the best food I've ever had, like you need to open your own place.
So it's just something that people have been telling you to do for a while.
Yeah,
you're like,
forever.
why not?
Right, and I love cooking, I love entertaining, and finally I was just like, I'm sick of not having anywhere to go out to eat around here. I just had a baby, so I'm like, I can't really go to Philly anymore. Thank you. I'm like, I used to drive to Philly and New York to like get cheesesteaks.
Philly has great vegan food, but it's an hour away.
I know.
So it's like a big trip to make it.
Right, and when you're like single and you don't really have a family, it's not that big of a deal. But now I was like, I can't be making that trip, so I'm like, I had to get creative again.
Okay, so that's kind of cool. So since you couldn't find your own here, you kind of just made your own.
I'm gonna do it, right.
Now this is a different restaurant. This is Roasted, at which that you are like a pop-up shop inside of, kind of?
Yeah, like I've been calling it either like a permanent pop-up shop or like a restaurant share. Okay. Which I know like a lot of places in like city areas kind of do that.
Because I've never seen anything like this in the Valley. That's what I'm curious.
No one's familiar. They're breakfast and lunch. They're open 7 days a week now, and then I just come in Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 to 9.
Okay. Do you have any plans on doing that more if it goes well?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'd like to stay open until maybe 10 or 11 if the demand is there.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of starting off small, and then like with the plans to grow.
How was your first weekend? Was
it
good?
Amazing.
It was amazing?
Oh my God.
Because I was here twice. I was here Friday and Saturday.
There was a bunch of people that actually came 2-3 times.
Yeah.
That was super exciting for me. I was super grateful and thankful, and it was amazing.
How does it feel for you that you had your first weekend of your first restaurant and it's doing well so far? What is that like?
It's amazing because I'm not only doing it because like this is what I want to do as my life, as like my profession. It feels so great because I feel like I'm like doing more activism by doing this. Like I'm saving more animals by getting vegan food out there and like other options. There's so many people that are like, I think about going vegan or vegetarian, but I don't know what I would eat.
And especially, exactly, having an actual fully vegan restaurant, even if it's just Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You don't have to worry about anything. You could order anything off the menu, which is, you know, obviously that was really important to me.
When people can come here, they can realize that, you know, vegans don't just eat lettuce. You can have a full regular meal, dessert and everything,
and you just have
no animals are hurt.
Right, you just have to get creative with it. So I'm just trying to be like super creative, and then hopefully that'll inspire people to go home and be like, I want to try to make that, or I want to try to make this. Like, it's not just about like serving people here. I want everyone to like expand on what they eat at home as well, and just
I think
cut as much animal products out as possible.
That's the best way to do it. Let your food do the talking.
Yeah. So thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for sitting down with me. This is
awesome.
Really awesome.
Yeah, this was so nice. I'm so glad that I was able to do this.
All right, well, that's going to be it for me and Mary today here at Veg Out. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a like. All of her information is going to be linked down below. Mary, where can they find you?
22 West 4th Street in Bethlehem. We're on the south side. And then my hours are Friday through Sunday, 5 to 9. And then you can follow me on Instagram or Facebook at vegout.lv.
Okay, thank you for watching. If you liked that interview and you felt like you got a little bit more information out of Mary and maybe are interested in going to Veg Out, please go. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're open 5 to 9 right now. Hopefully their hours will be changing and expanding a little bit in the future, and I know she's bringing a ton more options to the menu. So if you're interested, hit her up on Instagram. Let her know that you came from this video. I'm just getting started right now, so these videos are going to be a little bit sporadic, probably once a month for now, but once I get in the hang of things, I'm hopefully going to be upping it to once a week. So if you think that's something that you'd be interested in and something that's possible, let me know that as well. But until then, thanks for watching.